Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. You're watching night.com Street Gist. My name is Sean Adetunji. Now today we're out on the street to talk to the people about a few topics. A whistleblower recently got into trouble for giving out false information, and then the Northern Elders Forum said something about 2019. Plus, we're here to find out what people think about Nigeria. Is that still hope for the country? We're talking about these topics on the street today. Join us and let's find out what people have to say about these things.
Well, it came very sudden, but if I have something to say, I would say, our country and our church and the whole body we are struggling because of we've allowed tribalism to enter our political race. Because if it were not so, although denominations were not supposed to be an issue, anybody was supposed to be able to rule us. But because of the way things are going, and it looks like our present head of state is not looking capable of taking care of the country. So I think if Osinbajo comes in, there should not be any issue. So the only reason why the Northerners should be angry is because maybe they were thinking the former Yaradua didn't enjoy the throne, and Buhari now again is just about to be dethroned again because of sickness. But I think that shouldn't be an issue because it's not like they were assassinating them. It's health issues that is taking them away from there. So I don't think all that should be any problem to the country.
You think probably the Northerners should try a younger person next time?
If I was to think so, I don't think there's anybody that is fit for that than still that Osinbajo. Or should we think they should put Babangida Owu? So try another person, and according to the rule, I think Osinbajo is the right person because he's the vice. So bringing in another person is just like we are doing a new thing in the country.
Okay, a whistleblower is currently in trouble now for giving out false information. Do you think him getting into trouble would have a negative effect on the general fight against corruption?
Yeah, it's not going to have a general fight, because when it comes to the issue of corruption, I think nobody is above the law. If we are the leaders and we are the ones that are setting the rules, if we also go against the rules, then they should catch us. So that is what I think. If them being the leaders, if they are not able to fill the bill, then if they find them guilty, they should hold them responsible too. Because according to how we all know, nobody is above the law. If I was the one that set the law, I should abide by the law. So if the leaders set the law of corruption and they are trying to go against the laws of corruption, they should hold them responsible.
Do you think there's hope for Nigeria as a Nigerian citizen? Do you think there's any hope for the country?
Do I think
there's any hope for the country? I think they're going to get better.
Yeah, for sure. That should be a positive thinking of the country, every person. Though if we look at how the people are suffering, the mass are complaining, the students are complaining, the trade, almost everybody is complaining. But the only thing we could only think of is a better Nigeria, because in everything I do, I like to be spiritual. The Bible even tells us to wish above all. That the Bible says he wish above all that will prosper. So I think that promise also, Nigeria is involved. Nigeria will prosper someday, but it may take a little while. And I think we are going to have a better Nigeria if each and every one of us can begin to think positive. Now we put the whole blame on the leaders, and we discover that even the little posts they give to we normal human beings, we are misbehaving. So the problem of the country is not just the leaders. It's the root problem that everybody occupying little posts, they are misbehaving. So if it's a foundation, if you start from a little beginning and you're already misbehaving, tell me how you also get there and you not misbehave. So I think it's a seed. If we all can begin to think positive and we get a new generation of leaders that think positive, that just want to do things right, I think we have a better country. But if you ask a young man, a lay person walking on the street now, that what's your thought for this country? You hear them saying, if I reach there, I won't chop money. So once you have that kind of mentality, there's no how you get there and you not mess up. But when you carry a mentality of change and you forget about it, I heard the story of a Uruguayan president that gives half of his wealth to the poor, and he was staying in he was labeled the poorest president in the world. I don't know how true that is. If we can have a country as that have more sympathy to the poor. And again, finally, I think these are leaders and the rich people in this country, don't go out. They just go on convoy, they go to the places they can be able to go to. They don't go to some place and see what is going on. People are really suffering. So if you have human sympathy and you see all this, you would not only want to have 1 billion in your account, when some people don't even have 10,000 in their account. So I think a better Nigeria starts from us. It starts from us that are starting from the cradle. So if we can all think positive, we have a better country.
Thank you very much.
Well, to me, I can say that it's injustice The reason why I say it's injustice because when it comes to power and when it comes to politics, the game is open to everybody. So sidelining the leadership of this nation to Northerners, I don't think is something that is anybody can condone, any reasonable Nigerian can condone, because everybody is entitled to his opinion, and whenever you're in any political position, you are entitled to context as at when due. So for the Northern stakeholders to come up to say that what do you call it, the current vice president should step down in case if something happened to their brother, I don't think it's a welcome development, because the reason why I say that not a welcome development, when other people were in that same corridor of power, everybody say a lot of things which we know in this nation that there is nothing like a political criminals, and which we know there is nothing like a political prisoners which we experience in this current dispensation. And as a concerned citizen of this nation, I don't think it's a welcome idea from them. I expect them to throw the opinion publicly so that people can voluntarily elect their leaders. It's not something that has to do with a particular region or has to do with a particular tribe. It's not a welcome development, and it's not a good idea.
Thank you. A whistleblower just got into trouble.
Okay.
For giving out false information to the FCC and all that. Okay. Now, do you think this is going to have a negative effect on the fight against corruption? A whistleblower getting into trouble with the law?
Well, to me, I can say that it has a negative effect on the whistleblower, in the sense that when you are giving information, you should ensure the accuracy of the information you are rendering. And you should also ensure that when you are giving such information, it should be well verified before you went to the media or the law enforcement agency to release such information. Because for you going there, that means you are sure. And if you go there to release such information, automatically you have assassinated the character of the suspects, and the person may be innocent. And you know, if for example you are innocent and somebody accuses you wrongly, you as a responsible citizen, you won't take it lightly, because that thing will go viral. And once it goes viral, people outside the Western country, once they see you, they begin to, that stigma will be there that you are a criminal and this, without verifying. So as a whistleblower, before you give any information, you should be sure of the authenticity of the information you are rendering.
Okay. Let me ask you this last one. As a Nigerian citizen, do you think there's still hope for Nigeria?
As a Nigerian citizen, I think there is still hope, if only the right people will be at the right positions and at the right time. When I say at the right position, if you look at the current dispensation now, you'll find out that those people that are in the helms of affairs, some of them don't have any business being in there, because they don't know what it takes to be in such, to occupy such portfolio. They don't know what it takes. So for you to occupy such a political office, I believe that it should base on merits and it should base on performance. Because if it's based on merits and based on performance, that will give other people signal to make sure that they work hard and be there. But what we see in Nigeria these days is who know who. Once you have your connection and you know somebody, automatically you will be launching there, which is not supposed to. And once you find yourself there, it's automatically garbage in and garbage out, because you don't know what it takes to be there, to retain the position and to give the people what they want.
Can you give me an example of like some of these people who you feel should not be there but are there?
Well, it's, for example, I can give you an example. One of the person there, although I cannot call the name there, but look at the current Minister of Labour. The current Minister of Labour actually is a doctor, isn't it? But what concern, he should be in the medical field. He should be in the medical field. And even look at when he was in the governor of his state, what did he do? All these are the things, all these are the yardsticks, all these are the things we check. We have to check the background of the person. Look at the background where this person is coming from. Look at the area where he or she have excel. You look at the area where he or she have excel before you put in that person in that kind of position. Because you can't expect somebody to be a minister of labor when the person doesn't even know what you call labor law. When the person he has not even worked in any ministry, and he has not even had any political office before. He has not even had any civil society group before, and effective in that area. How can you expect such person to feel the pain of the unemployed people? And how can you expect such people to perform effectively? And most of them, if you even look at them critically, you will find out that some of them, they will be in that same position and be fighting for other position within the government circle there. The person I just mentioned, he have even go around looking for other positions and other, which is not supposed to be so. You're not supposed to see. Once they give you a position to occupy, be contented with that position and ensure that you give your best, utmost service on that area. That is the only way you'll be efficient and effective.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I think this tribalism thing is eating deep, into this country. I think same thing happened when Yaradua was there, when he fell sick and eventually passed on. They had a meeting too, and they said Jonathan must not continue. It went on for a very long time. Of course, Jonathan actually entered, and he became president. So I don't know if in the APC, no, it happened in the PDP then, when Jonathan was still in PDP. So we're thinking maybe they had this rotating the presidency around. Okay, maybe this year is going to come from the south and the east and all of that. But right now it's happening in the APC as well. So I don't know. Maybe the Northerners are trying to take over this country per se. Maybe they're trying to monopolize that seat for themselves alone. I don't know, because I feel anybody who is capable of running this country should be given an opportunity. It must not be from the north or from the south. It must not be from one particular zone in Nigeria. If what's it called now, Buhari does not live to complete his tenure, then according to law, Osinbajo takes over. Yes, he should take over. And if he completes, I'm not saying Buhari should die anyways, but in case something happens or he's not able to complete his tenure before 2019, Osinbajo should take over. And then in 2019, if he deems it fit that he wants to still contest in 2019, then he should give him the chance. There's going to be primaries. So if he goes through the primaries, then no problem. Not that I should impose it on someone else. I say, okay, no, this guy must not go through the primaries and all of that. So I think that they are making politics in Nigeria look like a child's play. If the report is true per se, that the northern governors, they came around, or the elders, and they said Osinbajo should not contest 2019, I think they are being childish. They are being childish. Anybody can contest, so long as you fulfill the rules of the constitution. That okay, you've met the demands of the constitution and you meet the demands of the party. You can contest. You can contest.
A whistleblower is in trouble now for giving out false information. Do you think that will negatively affect the fight against corruption? I mean, a whistleblower getting into trouble with the law for giving out false information.
It's a good word. I didn't get your point.
A whistleblower is currently in trouble. I think the FCC is holding person in prison or something for giving out false information. Now, do you think this will have a negative effect on the fight against corruption?
Well, a whistleblower is a whistleblower. You can't stop somebody from giving out an information, whether correct or wrong. No, I think what they should do is you call the person and okay, what information did the person pass across? How did Nigerians see it? That's the question we should ask. Definitely you cannot stop people from saying what they know. Now, I think to fight corruption, I think everybody has to be involved. I have to be involved. You have to be involved. The media has to be involved in it as well. Everybody has to be involved. And so if you take away the whistleblowers, you take away somebody from saying something, I think you're not fighting corruption. We all have different sides of stories. We might hear something going on and we say, okay, the government is doing this, the government is doing that, and we don't like it. Some people might support the government, some people might not support. I might have my own view of it. So you cannot arrest somebody for saying something. The person might have, that's his own perspective. So you cannot arrest that person. I think what I'm trying to do now is they're not giving us a right to freedom of speech. We have a right to freedom of speech. We can say things so long as we don't insult the government. Even though we insult the government, so long as we do what it's our rights anyways. They're not doing things that are encouraging to us. We can call them to order. So I think they are trying to limit us from fighting corruption or for saying things they are not doing.
All right. As a Nigerian citizen, personally, do you think there's any hope for this country? Do you think things can get better?
Well, the way I'm seeing things, I'm being tempted to go the way of that Yoruba woman who said Nigeria no go better again, you know, and all of that. Well, things will get better. Let's pray for the good of this country. Things will get better if this country is being saddled, you know, by the right people. If it is by the right people, I think this country will get better. But you see, people they bring in, people having government right now, they're just reshuffling. Those we had before, I mean, they are of like minds with those we have now. It's no different. I think it's even worse right now. And so when Barry came in, we were clamoring for change, and all of that. But we didn't ask the kind of change we wanted. They said change. We said yes, we wanted change, and change came. But it was another kind of change. Another kind of change that they gave to us, not the change we expected. So I think this country will definitely get better if it's been saddled by the right people. I just hope so. I just hope so. But the funny thing about this country is the price of goods and services has gone up. That's skyrocketed. So in this country, anything that goes up, it hardly comes down again. So I'm scared. Everything is going up by the day. Prices are going up by the day. So I don't know how they're going to try to reduce the price if things get better. So if it doesn't get better, I don't know. But I just hope it gets better.
Well, being a Nigerian, I don't believe such. I don't believe such, and basically because of our president who is not actually feeling fine, we are not wishing him dead. Okay, whatever reason that might have taken him out of the country, it's just for him to get himself cured and he'll be back. I don't believe he's going there to die. So this rumor that has been springing up from everywhere, I don't even believe it at all because he's surely going to come back.
But for the Northern Elders Forum to have said that Osinbajo, Yoruba man, cannot contest in 2019, okay. How does that make you feel? What do you have to say to that, in fact?
Well, it's not a compulsory that any president that got into seat must finish his tenure. It's with the masses that is voting. Well, if by 4 years and I don't think they have any right to tell Osinbajo not to contest. I don't think they have any right. Nobody is wishing him dead, but if actually he doesn't survive, then what's stopping him from contesting? He has every right to contest as a Nigerian. He has every right to do so.
Okay, it's early in the morning, right? People are going up and down trying to look for food and things like that. I'm going to ask you this personally. Do you think there's any hope that Nigeria can get better, that things can become more comfortable for the common man?
Of course I do. I do. Nigeria will surely get better. It's just that we need to put things together. We need to change our thinking faculty. We need to believe that it's not only government alone that can do this. You and I can make this thing happen. Everything should not boil down to the president alone. Nigeria will surely get better.